start with the time you get out of bed, and then what do I do? Now, do you know, if you study your behavior and think, is that really serving me? Is that going to multiply the cycles for me? Is it going to give me that spot that I want to be in? Is it going to give me the income? And odds are pretty good you're going to come up with the realization it's really not. Now, you don't try and fight that. It's like Fuller said, you don't change things by fighting existing reality. To change things, you build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. And that's what I did so many years ago. I listened to a guy that I believed knew what he was talking about. And he showed me what to do, and I went out and did it. And everything in my life changed. Now, I've earned millions of dollars. I travel all over the world. I have a phenomenal life. But the real joy in my life comes from showing other people how to do it. You don't have to focus on what you're going to get. You want to focus on what you're going to give. Do you know, I was mentioning at the convention, there are just 3 points you have to focus on to develop retention in your organization. In other words, when you get them, they stay with you. And you eliminate attrition. The first point is leadership. You've got to lead. You've got to set the example. The second one is education. You've got that in the roadmap. Only don't just hand them the roadmap. Study that damn thing. Study it inside out. It's a strategy for changing paradigms, or you could say it's a strategy for helping a person alter their conditioned habitual way of living. That's the educational program in that book. Study it like a scientist. Make up your mind you're going to learn more about that. You're going to learn how to deliver that better than anyone else. You could run classes for all your new people. So you provide leadership. In other words, you do the thing. Then you provide education. You teach them the roadmap. That will be their new model. And then the third point is consistently high standards of service. You never, ever slow down. You keep giving them the best you've got. You keep helping them. Keep helping them understand that they can make it. See, the average person is fighting the paradigm. They don't understand what it is that they're fighting. They make 2 steps ahead and 3 backwards. And they've been probably doing that for years in their life. I meet people in their 40s, their 50s, and their 60s, and they're so frustrated because they're not getting what they want. Well, there's a pattern here that'll help anyone get what they want. Now, think of what the law of compensation states. In other words, there's a law that guarantees or that governs the amount of money you earn. It's very simple. The law of compensation states the amount of money you earn is always going to be in exact ratio to the need for what you do. Number 2, your ability to do it. And number 3, the difficulty there is in replacing you. Now let me repeat it. Your income, the amount of money you earn, is always going to be in direct ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there is in replacing you. Now ask yourself this. Is there a need for an individual that can sit down with anyone and show them how to multiply their income? Show them how to enjoy time and money freedom. There is a screaming need for that person in every country that I've ever gone in. I've gone into over 100. Everywhere you go in the world, we're looking for that person, a person that can sit down and show you how you can develop time and money freedom. So the need is there. You had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. It's just automatically there. The second one is your ability to do it. How good are you at it? Do you know the average person's sales presentation is pathetic. The fact that they recruit anybody is a marvel. You want to work at your presentation until you're a symphony. Treat it like you're a musician and you're playing a piece for a big concert or something. You're going to get really good at it. If you were going to play a saxophone or the drums or a guitar, You've got to get involved in repetition over and over and over again. Well, practice your presentation over and over and over again. See, there's a tremendous need, so then it's your ability to fill that need. And number 3, the difficulty there is in replacing you. Now, ask yourself this. Do you think Brad Alkazin would be a difficult guy for Vima to replace? You know darn well he'd be difficult to replace. That guy has built an enormous organization. Do you think his dad and mother would be difficult to replace, Tom or Bethany Alkazin? No one's indispensable, but by God, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have a heck of a time replacing them. And so what's the bottom line? They're earning millions of dollars. Millions. It's a residual income. If they didn't go to work, they'd get millions of dollars. So go back and look at this again. The amount of money you earn is always in direct ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there is in replacing you. The only point you have to focus on here is the second, your ability to do it. You provide leadership. You provide education. Where's the education? It's in the roadmap. Don't just hand them a roadmap. Study it. Understand it. Memorize it. Make the thing dance. Do you know that all the steps are in there that I teach in seminars to show people how to change their paradigm, how to change their conditioned behavior? It's all in there. The roadmap is a strategy. It's a strategic plan for multi-million-dollar incomes. That's the education. And then consistently high level of service. Let them know that you're there for them. Help them every way they can, that you can. And make sure when you bring them in that they understand that they can count on you. Now, when you bring a person in, and I'm going to suggest you bring one in, at least one every day, try and get one before noon. And when you bring them in, you let them know that you want a two-way commitment. You want them commit that they will do what you suggest for 90 days. They'll follow your plan for 90 days. Follow it to the letter. And you commit to them that you're going to give them the best you've got. Now, if you build a two-way commitment like that, if you put it in writing, it would be better. And help that person win. Now, if you do that, you will never have to worry about what's coming back. You want to build a strong desire to do that with every person. You're going to build a presentation that's second to none. You want to become just a crack shot with it, hit the bullseye every time. Napoleon Hill said, through some strange and powerful principle of mental chemistry, which she has never divulged, nature wraps up in the impulse of strong desire, that's something which recognizes no such word as impossible and accepts no such reality as failure. All you have to do is build a strong desire. Think about it over and over and over to bring people into this business. And develop a presentation. Don't just run out and start talking. Have a presentation that's second to none. Let them know that you can show them how to turn their dreams into reality. You can show them how to turn their goals into achievements. And you can show them how just changing their thinking, their results will change, their income will be multiplied. But don't just play with this. Make up your mind that every day you're going to dedicate yourself to it. You're going to take, if you will take a 30-day period and say, I'm going to recruit like a machine, and I'm going to get commitments and give commitments, I'm going to become an absolute shock value with this. I'm going to do it so well. And you do that for 30 days, baby, you're going to have no problem. Brad said I sat down with him for breakfast. You know, I told him much the same thing I'm telling you. He just took it to heart. He has never looked back. I don't think he's got a rear view mirror. He can only look one way, straight ahead. You saw his goal. You heard his goal. Make sure that yours equals his. Make sure you're going to have to develop you as much as he's going to develop him. Brad, if you have any questions or anything, I'll be happy to field them.
Coach, that is why you are my freaking mentor. Wow, I'm blown away. You guys, if you're on this call tonight, you know, that was some serious, serious knowledge. And that is what we do. That is the YPR movement, you guys. And thank you, Coach, for sharing that knowledge. Obviously, so many great principles, on daily what needs to happen to build the business, to the size that you want. And that's so true. You talk about, really, retention in your business will come from leadership by setting the pace. Okay? I'm having people over tonight. We're game planning. We're prospecting. We're doing the regular daily habits, making this a priority. So you talk about teaching. Coach talked about teaching the plan through the roadmap, YPR Roadmap to Success. Make a note, changing to YPRsuccess.com. But those steps, these processes, Coach has seen this over and over through the years, where when these skills are really implemented, and like he said, they're taking action daily, this is where you're going to create momentum in your business. And then lastly, high quality of service. And what does that mean? Get on the phones. Derek Alexander, my little bro, says be available. Be available for your team. Be available for that three-way call, that Skype, that one-on-one, that home event, that time you get together and go over, a group circle and they do, go through the whys, a game plan session. And that's my challenge for you tonight as we close, obviously to really, find yourself, number one, making this a priority. What you heard today from Coach, I have adjusted the model like he talked about, and I'm going in new directions than I've never been before, but knowing step by step, that this process works. So one, making these things a priority. Number two, be consistent. Consistency wins every time. Daily home events, 1 to 2 small meetings a day, 5 to 10 new people hearing about the product, 5 to 10 new people hearing about the business. Consistency, and be committed to your goal. Set the goal, like you said, 90 days. Get a partner. Keep each other accountable. And you guys, let's race this into summer. Let's focus. Let's dig down, power down left and right, and focus on a system-dependent business as simple as push and play. The new videos are now out from the convention, the home event video, the getting paid video. Number one, number two, add in the YPR voice to start. And you guys, let's take this to the moon. Coach, you're amazing. You're the man. That is why I call you my main mentor. You definitely have set the bar and raised the bar for everybody on this call, and I'm grateful that you took the time to be with us. Maybe when you have some time, you maybe be able to hop on here again with us?
Anytime, Brad.
All right, guys. Well, hey.
I'd like everybody, though, Brad, I would like everybody to make a commitment that they're going to have those 2 meetings, those 2 group meetings every day. And that's what's going to get it going. That's what's going to create the momentum. Don't just do it once. Do it a couple of times every day.
Exactly. And do it with the newest person. Stop doing it at your house. You have 15, 20 meetings going on every week at your place. Get the newest person. Put the business in their lap. Help them invite. Make the list. Invite and get started. So with that, you guys, Coach Bob Proctor on the line. Brad Alkazin, thanks for taking the time to be with us. Be effective. Stay excited. If you're not excited, there's no way I'm getting on board with you. So stay focused, stay excited, you guys. A big event, on the horizon you're going to hear about, with none other than the master coach, Bob Proctor. We'll get you the details on that, you guys. Thanks for being on here. Have a great week. I'll be in touch. Bye for now.
Thanks, Brad.